All right, guys, what's up? Rona review.
Drum.
J Cash Money.
Yeah.
And we're gonna have to pour one out, man. We lost one, a real one.
Man.
DMX. Yeah. Gone too soon. I mean, it's kind of weird to say about DMX. He was a little older, and he was, with all due respect, a little past his prime. So,
yeah.
I don't feel like we missed out much by him leaving us too early, but it's still too early for someone to be leaving us.
Yeah, and I mean, he was a hip hop legend, man.
For sure.
He still had some hits that can still, gravitate the audience to this day.
Yeah.
Like they did the verses recently, and a lot of people watched it, but it kind of rejuvenated a little bit of
put some spark back out there.
Like
for
people
him.
was like, oh yeah, I remember that track, and then the younger crowd, they probably was like, who is this dude with the dog chain on and stuff. But that's kind of what verses do, and a lot of this new social media do, man.
Yeah.
Kind of get them back in that rotation.
Yeah, there was potential there for him to kind of have a second wind of his career, and I guess that was cut short, and that's unfortunate. I mean, it is tragic that he left us in the way he did. I'm still not sure what happened to him, really.
Yeah, I don't think no one is media's news, and then it's like real news.
Yeah.
So it's.
But obviously he was dealing with some stuff. I mean, I feel like you always heard about him being in and out of prison and stuff like that.
Yeah, battling drug addictions and all that stuff. But through all of that, he still was teaching and preaching the word, man.
He was, which
he
it's
was,
a very weird dynamic.
He was
to
a
me,
Christian
man.
all the way through, man. And that dude.
But he's scary too, though, man.
Yeah, I mean, that's just kind of what his whole life was. I think that was why he was a vessel. It was like he didn't try to shy away from whatever he dealt with growing up, or whatever situation he was in, but he still had the word of the Lord in him, man, and he would stop anything he was doing if he felt like he needed to push that message to anybody. Like when he was in jail one time, he said he was there because the Lord told him to be there to talk to somebody, and then that's what he did. Like he talked to everybody.
I'm pretty sure there's a website like isdmxinjail.com. Like
it was
kind of like me.
Yeah,
website.
I mean, because he was in
and out that often. I guess.
I mean, he had a crazy life, man. He used to rob dudes with his dog, like that dog.
I believe it, man. The dude is legit. So I remember one of my first memories, I guess, was Rough Riders Anthem. I guess that might have been everyone's kind of first introduction to DMX. But
that Get At Me Dog too.
I feel like I was we were on like a school field trip, and the dude I was sitting beside like had the tape, and it had Rough Rider Anthem.
The cassette tape. Oh man, a cassette.
So this was like middle school, I guess. Yeah, we were on the bus like going to, I don't know, Discovery Place in Charlotte, and we were like rocking out to that song like the entire time. So, and then I remember he released those 2 CDs in a year. I think it was the same like calendar year. It's Dark and Hell is Hot and Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood.
Yeah,
dude. Even the covers of them CDs are like scary, man. Like he's like standing there covered in blood.
I mean, that's might have been how he felt like his life was at that time, man. Before he really like got on and people started buying, that's probably the life he was living. I think he was kind of being homeless at some point. Going door to door, living with whoever. But yeah, he was going through some shit, man.
He had them lyrics too, man. Like the one that'll always stick out in my head and be like, "What the fuck?" Like I remember hearing these lyrics for the first time and being like, "What did this dude say?"
Like they allowed him to say this in the studio.
I forget the name of the song. I got blood on my hands and there's no remorse. I got blood on my dick because I fucked a corpse. I was like, "What did he? What he just did? What now?"
Hey,
what?
It just lets you know how raw he was.
That's just like, and then he had a song. Raw. I think it was from the Belly soundtrack. Sean Paul was on it too, and he's like,
"Here comes the boom."
Yeah, and he's talking about ripping your butthole out of place and stuff.
Yeah,
I was like, come on, man. Like some of his lyrics are just like over the top, like violent and just like in your face and like.
That movie Belly was classic though, man.
Belly was a good. That's one of my like top 10. Like anyway.
Yeah, that's like. Very, it's definitely a hip hop classic. Like you can't. I can put that on right now and still watch it all the way through. My brother used to watch it every single day.
It's a classic in the same vein that kind of like Friday and like Boys in the Hood. Like it's like one of those good movies like that.
Yeah, I mean, but it's it's got mostly all hip hop artists in the main cast though, and they did a great job, man. I don't think they really put off like they didn't know how to act or anything. Like story was good.
Yeah, you can watch the movie and never at one point do you go, ooh, like that actor wasn't all that good, right? There. I mean, you know,
like,
it's like consistent.
Why they put that rapper? Did he have to be in the movie? Like,
so Nas, DMX, Method Man, T-Boz from TLC was in there.
Yeah, they had a lot of folks.
I still think about the dude that had the shootout with Method Man in the strip club with eating the banana on the side of the street. And,
we're gonna have to drop a dime on them.
Yeah, he's like, I don't like that shit.
I don't like that shit.
I don't like that. He bites into the banana. It's like hanging off his lip and
Get
stuff.
your body fold.
Method Man did a great job actually in that movie, man. So
hey, Method Man was a natural, man, and I mean that kind of like took him to the levels he at now. Like people love him.
That was Hype Williams, right?
Yeah, Hype Williams.
He was I think he did a lot of like music videos before
like,
that. Yeah.
All like everybody music video back in the 90s. All the dope ones anyway.
And you can tell in the movie it's very stylized, very music video.
Yeah, cinematic. It had some real good shots in there.
The beginning where they like, are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
And like kind of creeping through
strip club or whatever.
They got like the little all that little neon stuff going and stuff. Then they put the little mask on.
And then DMX had did a movie with Aaliyah and like Jet Li and like so he had a kind of a career acting and stuff, and the dude is iconic, man. You know, he's definitely a part of my childhood. Like I remember growing up listening to DMX, man.
Yeah, and I mean a lot of those was definitely some club bangers, man. Even the ones with the
he used to with the Rough Riders too, man. Like the Rough Riders in general. Like I remember Drag On had a couple of songs where it was like,
that's why I was gonna say almost everything with Swiss beats on it. Was a hit.
I remember our high school band used to play the one of those Drag On songs that had the cool horn part in it. Was it like it was something like that? But yeah, it was one of them Rough Rider songs, man. And we used to be at the football games and the band would bust it out.
Hey. And that's just what the culture used to be back then, man. You wanted to hear that kind of stuff at a game or something. And if everybody knew that was kind of a hit, like you had to do it. Like it just got the energy right. And anything DMX kind of got you hyped. So
and he was one of the first rappers. I mean, I remember he had Marilyn Manson on one of his tracks, and it was like very like satanic.
The snake, the rat, the cat, and the dog.
I was like, whoa, man, like straight up scary, like demonic type shit.
I mean, and at the same, I don't think nobody had Marilyn Manson on a rap.
This is way before Lil Uzi had him on his T-shirt and stuff, man. Like,
I mean, unless you was Tech Nine. Tech Nine, they are. That's a whole nother episode. We ain't gonna talk about Tech Nine. That's my dog though, Lil Tech.
DMX, man. I mean, lost the real one, bro. I mean, like, he died. He was like 50 years old. That's too young.
Yeah, especially. I mean, just in general, man. 50 is really once you start hitting that midlife crisis type of stuff or whatever. But he lived a hard life, so I mean, it definitely didn't help that he had all kind of issues going on with his life. But still, I think he lived it the way he definitely wanted to.
He liked his dogs, man.
Yeah, man. It was a man about his dog. That was like his best friend for a while. That dog got him a lot of money in whatever way he needed it. You know what I'm saying? Dog fighting, probably whatever.
What else? I mean, who was in Rough Riders? Was it like the Locks? Were they in? No,
yeah, Rough Riders. They wasn't. The Locks came from.
Jadakiss was the Rough Rider, right?
Yep. All them the Locks. Eve. Drag On. Who else?
I don't know.
Because the Locks, they came from Bad Boy.
Yeah, I was about to say that's what I thought.
Yeah, they got it out of their Bad Boy deal. That was like
Styles P and
that was like a newsletter at high school for when I was in high school. Like when they actually got out of their Bad Boy deal and they came over to the Rough Riders. What? I was like, yes.
The Rough Riders used to the like mixtapes they would put out. I don't know if that's what you would officially call them, but it was like the Rough Rider album. It had like stuff from everybody from Rough Riders. And some of that
kind of like that Violator album when they had like Busta Rhymes and all those.
I remember the Violator albums for sure. 1 and 2. And then even like Funk Flex and DJ Clue used to put out like albums back then and stuff like that.
Yeah, because I mean that was the best form of music you can get that was exclusive, and it's like most of the time it had all of the best tracks on it. It didn't usually come soft with like some little interludes and all this stuff that used to be like on the album or some sketches and skits and stuff with folks talking. Like, nah, it was usually bangers.
DMX had some skits, some scary ass skits.
You don't stop being scared of DMX.
I'm scared of DMX, bro. He's like, this is not a fucking game. I'm like, all right, bro. Like
I told you, I don't know no fucking Kiana.
It's like, this rap shit is mine. Like, you can have it, bro. It's all right, man. The rap shit's yours for sure, man.
Well, fuck with my nigga Ox. I'm telling you.
That's a real good impression. I'm gonna have to work on mine, man. DMX. Ugh.
When it's dark, niggas get wet, stay dry.
I remember when Slippin' came out too. That was my shit too.
Man.
I'm falling. I can't get up.
And that was like a motivational thing because a lot of people, you know, anytime you've been down, that's kind of how you feel. It's like, man, I'm trying to get up, but I can't, you know.
I don't think, you know what weird thing about that song is I don't think you can find an unedited version of it. Like, I challenge you to find.
It don't supposed to be edited because you already slipping, man. You cussing and everything now.
Well, you cannot find a version where there's cuss words in it, man. I feel like I looked for it recently and I was like, this is the version I remember hearing growing up. There's got to be like an explicit version, and I swear I couldn't find a version.
You have to get that actual album, man. Probably like the cassette.
Maybe like an actual like first press edition of the shit from.
Because if you find a disc on it now, it probably came from Walmart. You know, that thing was edited already. Got like the little.
What else did DMX do, man? I mean, like, he's kind of a pioneer in certain things, man. Like,
yeah, and you know
that was back then too, before rappers really had like their own clothing and stuff. He was coming out with like the Rough Rider apparel and the T-shirts
I think that was right around time Lugs came out, the Lugs boots.
Yeah, I used to have.
I always thought they was associated with him because I thought like he had like some kind of endorsement or something. He wore Lugs and shit and stuff like that. But I think he probably had a whole lot of other stuff. He got a lot of like folk tales and stuff about like when they be, you know, out doing urban legends type of stuff. People have said like he been in restaurants and like paid everyone's bill just because like God told him to do it.
Right.
You know, one time one of my actors in my movie Crooked Smile actually ran into him. I think in Gastonia. Sat down at a table with him. He was real nice. It was like a group of folks, and he didn't even know who DMX was. But like he said, DMX greeted everyone, and I think he said he ended up paying for mostly everyone's bills in there.
I could see him being like oddly like nice. Like, just like a cool
but he said he was a real genuine person. It was like he didn't even like put off the fact that hey, I'm DMX. He was just like nah. He was just act like a normal person.
Right.
But he had a whole lot of generosity enough where he was just like, look, I should be doing something for these people in here because I'm in their presence. Like I'm gonna probably give them some kind of spiritual word before I do it, but God has told me to be here for this reason, and this is what I'm here for, and I'm gonna do it.
He's such an interesting character because when you think about the holiness, the Christian aspect of him, it just seems conflicting with like his persona and stuff, man.
Because like you are so scared of him, he's had a dark past, man. His name is Dark Man X. He's been through the darkness.
You remember when what was he on? Like the Breakfast Club or something, and he was singing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer? He's like beating on the table like,
dashing through the snow with a one horse open say
what? Yeah, so it's like he's just like I don't know, man. He's got different layers, man.
Yeah, DMX man. It's like DMX eventually had grandkids. That's what. And he was like, "Look, I'm still DMX, but I'm gonna sing this song because this is what everyone does around Christmas." And it actually became like I don't know if it became syndicated or nothing, but you hear it every Christmas now. It's just like, why is DMX singing about Rudolph? But it be on the radio, and I'm just like, wow. If, like I said before, until you can make a Christmas hit, you ain't doing nothing. You ain't a legend until you make a Christmas hit and they play it. Mariah Carey, I don't want about to be getting over there and royalty money.
So yeah, DMX is up in heaven, ripping people's buttholes out of place up there and stuff, man. You know,
just ain't got buttholes in here.
Doing normal DMX stuff. stomp a mud hole in your face.
I bet he got some Timbs on, and he definitely riding a four.
Where's he from? Is he like New York?
I think he's up there. I think Brooklyn, one of the boroughs up there. But his first album actually was produced in Maryland.
Okay. Little did you know.
So he might have been living in Maryland at one point.
Yeah. Then he had songs with Cisco. I mean, he had some.
He had hits, man.
Yeah.
That whole first two albums was. That was almost every other song. It was once people figured out, oh, this is kind of dope. Then it would just be, oh, let's go do a music video for that. Yeah. Boom. And then that's kind of how everything generated back then. If it ain't got a music video, the track ain't hot enough. So Eminem kind of did the reverse of that.
I was about to say, I think I remember DMX being on some Eminem songs back on those mixtapes Eminem used to put out with DJ Green Lantern. Back when he was dissing Ja Rule.
Green Lantern.
Yeah. That whole Ja Rule diss album they did or whatever, DMX was on there a couple times.
Man, Ja Rule, man. He just got the worst of it.
Yeah, for sure.
What did he do to them folks, man?
He fucked up something.
What did he do to them folks, man? They hated him. That motherfucker was making hits, though.
Yeah, DMX, he worked with Jay-Z, worked with a lot of people.
Shanti and all that.
Yeah.
Where you move, where you move.
The J-Lo, right?
Yeah. Cause
that's fucking Ja Rule. What are you talking about?
But I'm saying Ja Rule worked with a lot of those people, man.
Leave us the comments. What was your most fondest DMX memory? What sticks out in your brain about DMX? What's the story you have? It's got to just be for me. I'm just my childhood. It's just very.
Leave in the comments how you got your first DMX album.
Yeah.
We had to go to the record store. It's called B&T.
I definitely did not go to Walmart. I was the type of kid that I was.
Gotta go to record store.
I valued my curse words so much. Yeah. I grew up in a little town.
You can't get to Walmart, even though it's $10. Nope. Nuh-uh.
I had a Walmart in my town I grew up in, but there was no music store. So I literally had to drive 30 minutes out of town to the bordering town that had a Sam Goody, and that's where I would buy.
Sam Goody, I remember that.
That's where I would buy my
I remember
shit.
they used to be in the mall. Had one of those little subscriptions.
Sam Goody and FYE, music stores.
Yeah, whatever them. Columbus House.
Man, we're fucking old. Yeah, those used to send you shit in the mail.
Hell yeah. You get that 22 CDs for 1 cent. And shipping and handling.
Maxwell House.
Yeah. Columbus
Publishers,
House.
Clearing.
Nah,
there's a whole bunch.
You talking about the check folks now. My mom
They did the same thing.
Hey, my mom get those Publishers Clearing Houses, boy. We package it every day.
Rip DMX, yo.
Yeah, man.
For real, I was pretty sad when I heard about it, man.
Everyone was, man.
Yeah.
They thought he was gonna come back.
Yeah. So pull one out. DMX. Leave us some comments, like and subscribe. Tell us what we should be reacting to, talking about next. I mean, DMX is in a long line of people that kind of just went too soon, man. So maybe a future episode will kind of go through people taken too early from us. So, all right, guys.
Yeah, rest in peace, Shock G too, man. Humpty Hump.
Yeah, true.
And Black Rob.
Black Rob too. Yeah, I saw someone post about that, man. Whoa, for real. So
whoa, man.
Keep woeing up in heaven, man. That's it. We'll see y'all next time. Peace.
Fake records. One, two, one, two,